Hi there and welcome back to Jay's Toy Collection UK for another action figure breaking news videos. And it's been 3 days in a row. So New York Comic Con, it just doesn't stop, does it? It just keeps on giving. So we've had This Week in Toys live stream, we've had videos, and we're having another video here on Saturday for all the news from day 3 and from the Hasbro breakfast. And of course, when I left you last night on This Week in Toys, so thank you for those that have watched. If you haven't, go and check it out in the live stream tab. It was a fantastically fun 2-hour live stream with purchases were made live on the air for This Week in Toys. But when I left you, the Hasbro panel hadn't quite happened yet. We put in all our guesses. I was wrong, but the poll was right. The poll was right, so we will get into all that news today. And of course, Todd's done the panel. Why would have Todd not done the panel? So we've got Hasbro news and we've got McFarlane news to go through. Firstly, thank you to all out there. We have hit 2,000 subscribers here. So thank you very much for everybody that is new that subscribes to the channel and those with us long term, because we've made 2,000 subscribers here in 2024 in year 2 on YouTube. So thank you very much. And in celebration, we're doing something new. I've pressed the button. Channel membership is now live. So if you so wish, no obligation at all. But if you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is to become a channel member. We've got a few tiers there. We've got hashtag flip open the flap. What else could I call it for the first tier? I think the main tier would be the middle tier, the wedding fun tier. Help Cheeky Monkey support that wedding fun tier. And for those that are crazy out there, I made a third tier called Buy More Toys Than Me, but I wouldn't expect anybody to sign up to that one. But I thought, well, you never know. I'll put it on there. So if you're crazy enough, that one is there. But hashtag flip open the flap is the first tier. That will get you the emojis in the chat and the This Week in Toys loyalty badges against your name. And there's going to be some fun emojis with more to come as we get more channel members, because you can only have 4 to start with. But one of them is Todd McFarlane's face, and one of them is a bit of a classic character that I like to see. So they will be on the first tier, which is $2.99, and for $6.99, the wedding tier, you get all those plus exclusive videos. So I'll be doing some behind the scenes videos. I think there needs to be some room for a Sentinel, so that could be a behind the scenes channel member video and potentially channel member live streams as well, as I do behind the scenes live streams. You want to see behind the scenes? That's the wedding tier fun. So if you want to, they are there. So there's now a join button in the description, but hit that join button and become a channel member if you wish and help support the channel. So, right, that is out of the way. Thank you to the 2,000 subscribers, and let's get straight into it then. It is the Sentinel. So no, it was not Trask. I was wrong. It was not Bolivar Trask, but it was the creations that he made. It was the Sentinel. So it is the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Sentinel, but effectively X-Men 92, effectively a Jim Lee Sentinel with a slightly different chest. Or really, to me, this is a classic looking comic book Sentinel. So if I just go here, classic cover from all new, all different X-Men there, number 98. You'll see the classic looking Sentinel design there with the round chest, the head. That's what it looks like to me. So this is what I think I will be using this for, is actually a comic book Sentinel, because I haven't gone in on all the X-Men 97 figures. I've got a couple, and I've got a couple of the cell shaded ones, but I think this has to go in a comic book display. So thoughts in the comments below on this Sentinel, and how many are you buying? Are you buying any at all, or are you going as many as you can? There is a limit in the UK, limited to 3 in the UK, so not particularly helpful, and they're showing 6 in the photography, but you can only get 3. I believe the US is unlimited as well. It's $175 in the US, and it's $185.99 here in the UK. So we've been slightly screwed on the conversion rate there again, because it should at least be 175 or less, but we've had a bit of extra additional tax, it seems, there. But 185, something of this size, I still think's pretty good. So in terms of the height, this is bigger than we thought. We were taking guesses in. It was all about the length and the girth last night on This Week in Toys. It got quite innuendo filled. So I say, if you haven't watched that, do go check it out. It turned into quite the entertaining evening. But I was thinking the maximum we'd get is 15 inches of Sentinel. And we actually ended up with 22 inches of Sentinel. So it's only a couple of inches shorter than Giant Man, and comparable to the Haslab Sentinel, that was 26. And of course, that thing is in the region of £600 on the aftermarket. So if you missed out, this is absolutely perfect, I think. And it's a more classic looking Sentinel. That was more of a modern take based on the powers of X. I bought it because I thought, well, it's going to be any Sentinel we're ever going to get. So I went for the Haslab. But now I think the Haslab will be coming out of my Marvel Legends display, and I think it'll be going downstairs in with the Mafex figures. I think that's what I'll do. So I have Galactus, and I will have the big Sentinel, the Haslabs downstairs, and in the actual Marvel Legends display, it's going to be this X-Men version from X-Men 97. Yes, before you ask, I have backed one, so I have backed one. It's not a Haslab, is it? Technically, it is an open pre-order, I should say. And of course, it will not charge you, the same as Dragon Man. This will not charge you until it ships next year. So it won't charge you till next year. So that in itself is a bonus. You haven't got to come up with the money up front on this one. So it looks quite 2D there. So we head over to Toy Ark then for our coverage from the breakfast. So they were at the Hasbro breakfast this morning. So we're getting to some of the images here. We can actually see it in the flesh, and it looks much, much better in the flesh than it does in the digital render images. I've gone for one. So I have gone for one. I am considering a second, though. I am considering army building here and having two, just to flank the X-Men comic book display. I think we've got so many X-Men figures, it would look great with this, that I could have a battle damage one and a regular one. So I might be tempted to go back for two. Here in the UK, they do take PayPal credit as payment, so you don't have to even commit it to card. So it might be in for another. Don't tell Cheeky Monkey. This is, yeah, we won't get into all that, because that was this week in toys last night. I tell you, it was not good for the wallet, New York Comic Con so far. But there is the Sentinel, looking really, really good. So a close up of the head sculpt, removable faceplate with a battle damage version and an interchangeable battle damage helmet. So looks just like it. So you've got battle damage chest piece as well that you can insert there in the Sentinel. Loads of points of articulation, nothing in the chest, but it isn't. Oh, that's a bit of a crotch zoom I've ended up doing there. I was trying to say there is a ball joint, deep ball joint at the waist, so we should get some decent articulation. Classic looking Sentinel boots. So there we go. That's a great shot, isn't it? There we've got a bit of Ryan Ting in the shot and a bit of the Sentinel with the version from 97 of Cyclops and Wolverine fighting. But I think this can be perfect for a comic book display as well. So how many are you getting, people? Do let me know in those comments. Because I could see some of my American friends with unlimited numbers here could go for maybe 5 or 6 of these things. And the decent size, though, much, much bigger. This instant reaction to me, much bigger than I was expecting it to be. And I just like the smooth design of it. So I could be smart and try and sell the Haslab Sentinel and then just go with these instead. That would help the wallet. I don't know. I've still got a soft spot for the Haslab. So, and the tentacles, apparently, I think Daniel has confirmed the tentacles from the Haslab do fit in the ports, because this doesn't come with any tentacles. They also confirmed that the base we saw in a teaser was that it was just a teaser, so we're not actually getting that base. It did look a bit like the Hulk base, didn't it? So I think they did modify. I'm going to guess they modified the Hulk base there to actually make that. Let's get a close-up of the battle damage head. That does look very nice indeed. So I think I could be easily swayed and tempted to get a second. But I might be able to make that decision in person, because we believe these will be shown at MCM London. So hopefully, barring any issues, I think when Hasbro attend next week, this will be with them. And if it is, that will be pretty cool, because I'd like to see this in person. I think if I do see it in person, I would definitely probably purchase a second. I can just see it flanking the display. Yeah. I like this. I really do like this. I think it's much, much bigger. I've said that a few times now, but it is bigger than I thought it was actually going to be. So this looks great. So Sentinel, definitely a purchase for me there. Well, that's one thing, isn't it? That is one thing. So that's just one simple item. Let's go on to another then. Let's share this tab instead. And here is the Ghostbusters then. We covered this in great detail last night on This Week in Toys. So for decent long-form coverage, head over, I say, in the live stream tab for the replay. What's it at? They want a back account. It's now at 4,249. So it's a third of the way there. Does need to get there in 12 days to unlock the exclusive bonus figure. But this may have been backed. Don't tell Cheeky Monkey. She won't watch this. This may have been backed last night during the live stream by myself, and I may have purchased a deluxe edition. And I may have spent some time today trying to move a shelf around to fit this in, because I had a different idea where to put it. So I think one of these will be coming home with me. So again, in that comment section, are you in on Ecto-1? This is a better offering than I thought it was going to be, especially deluxe with all those figures coming with it. 22 inches of Ecto-1. You can have it as Ghostbusters 1 or as Ghostbusters 2. So you've got the conversion kit there. And one thing it's telling me is the library ghost. Human form of the library ghost. Fantastic to see. First time I do believe in figure form. And a classic looking Slimer. Oh, he's so cute, isn't he? He really is cute. So Slimer is coming, so get your orders in if you want to do that. I say you can always cancel, but if you do back in the first 12 days, and we can get, well, the first 14 days, I should say, and we get to 12,000, we will get the bonus figure for all potential backers. So no doubts, I think this will get there. The Ghostbusters fans do seem a bit crazy, so I think this will definitely be funded. But let me know in the comments, are you after that one? But now let's jump to the breakfast again, because same as before, Toy Arc were there with the coverage. So let's actually have a look at the model. So I'm not sure if this one will be at MCM next week. So this time next week, I will be at MCM in London. So do come over and say hello if you're there. It'd be great to meet some people. But will this be there with, will Hasbro bring it? So that's in the version from Ghostbusters 2. So there they are in their different suits. Light up, sound effects. Yeah, this is much, much better offering than I was actually thinking it was going to be. So it convinced me, didn't it? It convinced me to actually purchase this thing, which, to be honest, I really didn't think I was going to do before it was announced. From the rumours, I was like, no, I can pass on that. But yeah, I have moved the figures from Ghostbusters 1 into a new position to get this on the shelf, and still have room for the Mondo versions when they come from the real Ghostbusters animated series, which again we covered yesterday. So I think this will be my last video for New York Comic Con this week. Anyway, I don't think they'll announce much on the Sunday, so I think this will probably be it. But you can see it's been a hefty one, isn't it, for the wallet? So again, in that comment section, what have you been ordering from New York Comic Con? What are you excited that has been shown? What are you going to be purchasing? So let's have a look at Slimer. Let's get look at the that looks good. I do like there's a simple bit of deco, really, isn't it, around the face? A bit of yellow there, but it comes across really, really good. You've got the translucent slant straight at the bumhole. So there we go. Absolute filth on the channel. As I say, some of those emojis that we could get for channel members, that could be they could get quite crazy, I think. Yeah. So this looks good. This looks very, very good in person. So I really hope this is in London next week. I would like to see this, because it's going to be a year or so, isn't it, with these Haslabs? You have to wait till it actually comes in person. I have had notification that Giant Man and the Dragonfly should be shipping soon, so they will be here talking big old Haslab projects. So they definitely take up a bit of room. But yeah, if you want that one, there it is from the press breakfast. Now let's go to G.I. Joe then. So Yo Joe, of course. And this took me by surprise. So it was pretty much all sort of digital render reveals then from G.I. Joe's. We'll head over to his tank here. So I believe it's Footloose was the, again, a classic 80s mustache. They did like their mustaches. Maybe I should have a mustache. Should the beard come off, just a mustache? No, I don't think Cheeky Monkey would be very happy if I just had the mustache. So there is Footloose. Looks good. So yeah, happy with Footloose. But this is what got me. The Trench Viper. And a little sort of, is it an outpost they're calling it? Let's go back up to the description here. Trench Viper and bunker. So they're calling it a bunker. So we've got a Cobra bunker. And this is what I wanted. Little diorama sets for G.I. Joe. So this ticks all the boxes for me. I love my world building. And this will go great. I've started to lay some turf in the G.I. Joe collection. I think I did. I don't think I've actually done a video on that yet. So that needs doing. So I've got grass down. So let's get some sandbags up there. Some little ladders and a little bunker. And you get a Trench Viper, I think, as well with this one. Or a Trench Cobra Trooper. I think it's Trench Viper they called it. So let me have a look at the figure. Is it Trench Viper? Yes, it is. Trench Viper. Yeah. Almost looks like it's got a sort of pixelation actually on it there in terms of its deco for the Trench Viper. Look at this. Look at the length of that bad boy. My goodness, that's a big one. So you look good. You look very good, I think, in there. So yeah. Want that. What's the price point on that going to be? 50, maybe 50. Would it be less? So you got like a deluxe figure plus a bit. What's a deluxe figure? 40. 40 would be nice. If that was 40, I'd be quite happy. I can see it being 50. Okay. And what else we got? We got, okay, generic characters coming there. So like anniversary editions here. A firefighter. This is not a bad idea. This is not a bad idea at all. Firefighter, policeman, medics. Let's get them in, because you could put these in lots of different displays. Now, I'm not an advocate of mixing lines. I'm not particularly good at mixing lines, but I could see this one particularly working into a Marvel Legends collection. You could have if they do a police officer or something, into your wrestling collection around ringside. So this is not a bad idea at all. So a generic firefighter there from G.I. Joe. So I think I wouldn't mind one of these at all. You could have barbecue assisting there with the putting the fire out. So I think it's a good idea. It's just, are they too generic to sell? Well, I guess we'll find out when this comes out next year. But to me, that's a good idea, doing like a generic sort of character. And this surprised me. This one surprised me. All three are actually surprised me from G.I. Joe. So they mentioned the Master Vice stuff was coming from the Sunbow cartoon, but I was suspecting a polar bear. My goodness, a polar bear. So we got Snake Eyes, the version from the Sunbow cartoon, effectively. And yeah, this is a hell of a set. So I'm assuming it'll be the same price as Animal Packs. That's about 50, isn't it, for the pair on this one? So look at a fully articulated polar bear. Anybody out there call, we were getting a fully articulated polar bear. It's even been shot with some arrows. It's like interchangeable with a fur piece or something there. You can actually swap onto the figure. So this had me pretty excited. I just come off the live stream last night and just put something to eat quickly, and then I was like, hold on, is that a polar bear I spy in the background? And it turns out it was. So you got the glowing hands, sort of like the radioactive Snake Eyes. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So load of retro card stuff. Not particularly fussed by any of the rest of retro card stuff. And then we did have a tease though at the end, didn't we? We had a tease of a vehicle. In the comments then, what is that? Because I don't know. So anybody know? I've seen All Striker put out there. I've seen Thunder Machine put out there. I've seen Snowcat put out there. Any G.I. Joe experts in the chat, let me know. Because I don't know what that will be. Oh, 30 today, I tell you. It's taken out of me all this toy streaming, all this talking. So that was G.I. Joe stuff from last night. But literally, a few minutes ago, Todd was on. So I'm in pursuit of toys on Instagram here, and let's go to Todd then. So the future of action figures, as I declared, was the McFarlane posed action figures, and this is wave 3 then. Now I said they were the future because wave 2 in the UK has completely sold out on all the retailers on pre-order, which isn't very helpful because I didn't pre-order it because I thought, oh, wave 1 was still in stock, and wave 2 won't say it's gone. It's gone. Props and Replica's gone. Common Cocktail's gone. So yeah, and hopefully I'll get some actually in stock when they come in because yeah, I didn't pre-order wave 2. I do like wave 2 with the Hulk and the Wolverine, but wave 3, the Mighty Thor and Spider-Man, of course, from Secret Wars. So that's cool. I do like that. I wonder how you'll get the effect around Spider-Man's head. That could be quite interesting. How that's gonna work rather than the render here. There's of course to come with some background. So yeah, for statues, let's be honest, they are statues, but for a £50 statue price point for a 12-inch statue, they're pretty good. I've opened wave 1. They do look nice in person. They honestly do. So yeah, that's kind of cool to see. It's also for the sort of more 6-inch scale, 7-inch scale, roughly, from McFarlane. We've got the sort of Sam Wilson Cap. We've got another Spider-Man. We've got the Jim Lee Cyclops. We've got a Daredevil. And we've got a Storm as well. So he's plowing through these, as Todd does, doesn't he? He really does get things out with a bit of speed. So they're coming up. In terms of DC Multiverse, a couple of things announced. So there is Red Swamp Thing. Not a version I recognise at all. So anybody read that run on Swamp Thing? It's a cool sculpt. Definitely cool sculpt there, but I don't know Red Swamp Thing. And then we had a wave announced effectively here. We had a wave. So we had the Build-A-Figure wave, a Darkseid Build-A-Figure wave, but it's based on the Justice League Task Force video game. So it's like a 90s classic sort of beat-em-up game. The figures look cool. I like the windswept hair, to be honest, and I like Mullet Superman. They have got video game cell shading for the first time, or pixelation. So I'm going to have to see what these actually look like in person rather than digital reveals. So that shading could look a bit weird. So I might have to pass because the shading just might not fit in. But I like the idea in a way, though. I like the figures. I like those hair, that crazy Aquaman hair. I don't mind that at all. I like the Superman. We've got a few Batman, we've got a few Flash, but again, they're good. And a Darkseid Builder figure. Wouldn't say no to that. So that is kind of cool, but I'm not sure on the cell shading, so we'll have to see how that actually goes in person when we get some actual figure reveals. So I'm not sure if these will be out in the case at some point, but I mean, maybe we'll see as New York Comic Con continues. And then some main figures, so Aqualad, classic sort of Fleischer style Superman. Wildcat's a pretty cool one to get, and Orion there's a classic bit of Jack Kirby New Gods. Orion's definitely one I'll be looking to pick up, so let's hope that's a regular released wave. So 7-inch ultra articulated action figures, winter 2024. So as I say, Todd is a man of speed, so they will be coming soon, I have no doubt. And he main evented with, oh, he's done another one. He's done another one, another Batmobile. What is this? The fifth Batmobile, I think this is, from McFarlane. 6 maybe. So it's the one I don't like. It is the one from Batman and Robin. So it's the George Clooney Batmobile. But it does light up and it does have sound effects as well. So Todd's price points are pretty good. I say I've backed the Haslab and that was like 300 odd. And Todd's be doing this for less than 100, definitely. You know what his price points are like. So not quite the quality of the Hasbro stuff. So you can see where the price difference is. But for a cheaper Batmobile, something of that size, I've got all the figures from that wave. So maybe I should get the Batmobile. I've just kind of run out of space now. I've got 3 shelves purely of Batmobiles. And I don't think I'm going to be able to fit this one on. So and it isn't my favourite design. That film is terrible, let's be honest. Any fans out there, let me know, of Batman and Robin. Utterly terrible films, but Arnold Schwarzenegger makes me laugh. And the Uma Thurman figure is fantastic. So we are getting another Batmobile. But I think that is it for day 3 when it comes to the coverage from New York Comic Con. I am literally running out of voice. So thank you everybody for sticking with me across the weekend as we covered New York Comic Con. Next weekend, I will be at MCM in London. So as I say, do come and say hello. So hopefully I might be able to do some coverage from the actual shop floor, from the convention floor. Hopefully some videos will be coming. If not, I will get some stuff filmed and film it for the week after. But hopefully do subscribe to the channel, tickle that notification bell, of course. And if you fancy it, channel memberships are open. But if you do, of course, hit that notification bell, then you will find out whenever I can get stuff uploaded from MCM London. So the reveals will keep happening. More Marvel Legends reveals to come. But the Sentinel's there. There's a Haslab. There's a Batmobile. There's literally something for everybody. I'll see you later.